What is up? What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Hey, check this out, man. My face itching and everything. Hey, y'all see that? Y'all see something? Anyway, look here, man. This video right here is a trip, and we're gonna. Oh, shucks. That's Fredda, y'all. Hey. Easy work. Easy work. That's Fredda. And the bass player is called Plucker. And now we're going to continue on with our video. Now, shout out to the stream channel, man. I just wanted y'all to see some editing and crazy stuff Uncle Mike be doing, man. I'm having fun. That's all. Just having a bunch of fun. Check this out, man. If y'all interested in doing a YouTube channel, changing your life and making some real money and stop acting like you making money, like some of these, the younger generation. If you want to act like you're making money, you're doing a good job. But if you really want to have some coins and some money in your bank account, let Uncle Mike teach you how to turn music into money, turn anything you do into money. It don't have to be music. You could be, there's a guy that got he does wood decorations and stuff. He got over 1 million subscribers. You can build a channel, man, and make this money, dog. I'm just showing you a system that I already put together that's working. But anyway, man, hey, Prince snaps after Mase exposes his after Mase. I'm sorry. I said that don't make sense. Prince snaps after Mase exposes his private call with Takeoff. Hey, man, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Shout out to Mase using what he has. Mase is a prime example. He got a little clout. He started a little church. I don't know if he's still doing the church thing, but You got to keep reinventing yourself, man. If you got what it takes and you got some skills, build a channel around it and tell your story. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Let's check it out.
Takeoff, they was down here with y'all. But they seen you walking by. He's laying on the ground. You got Mike bending down, and they seen you walking by. What took place there?
This the crazy thing about that video, right? Is
there's a problem, Jay Prince, and I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're 60 years old and you're trying to be a street you failed. You failed.
Definitely.
You failed. I'm telling you this.
Hey, man. Yeah, man. We got a little bit straightening going on.
Something wild just went down, and the whole rap world is losing it. This isn't just another online feud. This is full-on war, the kind of mess that's been simmering behind the scenes until it just exploded. Mase just dropped a bomb that shook the game. He leaked a private call between Jay Prince and Takeoff that no one saw coming, and now Prince is losing it. Full meltdown mode. Threats are flying, damage control is on overdrive, and the streets are watching every move. But Mase ain't backing down. Not for a second. He fired back hard, dropping truths people have been whispering about Jay Prince for years but were too scared to say out loud. This is the first time someone with real clout stepped up and said enough is enough, and with Takeoff's death still mysterious, the streets are going wild. There's missing footage, quiet witnesses, and two names that keep popping up, Jay Prince Jr. and DJ Pat. This private call could change everything. If what Mase says is true, Jay Prince might not just be bad at PR. He could be hiding something way darker. The internet's blowing up, calling him a fake community leader and a cartel-style fixer with blood on his hands. Fans are heated. They're calling out mob ties, demanding answers, and saying it's time for the truth to finally drop. Mase had been quiet for months, keeping his head down, but when Prince started throwing subliminal shots on $1 Million Game podcasts, that was it. The gloves came off.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little like the way you talking. I don't get what you mean. We're not your little like, for real.
Mason and Cameron had been silent about the Houston mess, but Prince crossed the line. According to Mase, he heard a call where Jay Prince allegedly spoke to Takeoff just hours before his death, and it wasn't friendly. Prince was pressing Takeoff over loyalty issues behind the scenes. This was the kind of pressure talk that never ends well. No respect, just tension, control, and bad energy everywhere. And the craziest part? That call allegedly happened the same night Takeoff was killed outside a Houston bowling alley. Remember that dice game, the argument, the shots fired? Takeoff, gone at just 28, a peaceful, beloved rapper, snatched away. After Mase spoke, Prince flipped out online, sending veiled threats and doubling down on his claims while shading Offset, saying, "You wasn't really there with Takeoff when he was alive." That line blew up. Offset fired back. Cardi B jumped in, showing she wasn't scared of mob ties. But by then, it was too late. The streets were already boiling. One fan even posted on X, "Nobody respects Jay Prince after Takeoff died on his watch." That summed up the whole internet. People started digging, connecting dots, and realizing too much about this story didn't make sense. DJ Pat got arrested for the shooting, posted a $1 million bond, and walked out like he had someone powerful backing him. Fans immediately wondered who had his back. Everyone's eyes turned to Jay Prince. Then things got even stranger. Reports say Jay Prince Jr. asked to have his name removed from DJ Pat's bond paperwork. Why separate yourself unless you're trying to protect something or someone? And that's not all. Cameron Joshua, aka Lil Cam Fifth, also tied to mob ties, got arrested right after Takeoff's death on unlawful weapon charges. It's like every time someone gets hurt in that camp,
you wasn't really right there with Takeoff when he was alive. You know what I mean? So
the same names keep popping up. Mob ties act like victims, but the public ain't buying it anymore. Before Takeoff, we already had warning signs. Remember Duke, the jeweler? The man flew into Houston, checked in with mob ties, played some dice, and ended up dead. Same setup, same silence. Jay Prince's name was hovering in the background again, and that clip where he told his security to fall back had folks raising eyebrows. It all looked too organized. People started spotting a pattern. Invite rich artists to Houston, make them check in, play dice, arguments explode, someone ends up dead. Then the same sad speeches pop online about black-on-black violence and grief being the price of love. fans are done with that talk. They're asking, where were you when the blood hit the pave? Even worse, none of the princes showed up to Takeoff's funeral. Not one. Fans started saying maybe they didn't show because they knew too much. J. Prince Jr. even posted, "Don't wear jewelry around vultures," but fans clapped back. If the vibes were bad, why even bring them there? If Mob Ties' check-in system can't keep people safe, what's the point? Quavo was reportedly arguing with J. Prince Jr. right before the shots went off, and new clips show Prince brushing the situation off like nothing happened. That cold energy rubbed people the wrong way and made him look guilty in the court of public opinion. And that's when Mase really went off. After hearing J. Prince talk slick on that podcast, Mase snapped and clapped back live saying, "We are not your little." That line hit different. It was raw, powerful, and spoke for everyone who felt bullied by J. Prince's check-in game over the years. And Cameron sitting next to him saying nothing, just backing him silently, added fuel to the fire.
All this shit, don't actually put that.
Fans believe Mase had been holding on to that leaked call for a minute, waiting for the perfect moment. When he dropped that bomb, the whole internet lit up. Offset had been quiet, but when J. Prince dragged his name, claiming he wasn't there for Takeoff, that was the final straw. Offset went off from the heart and Cardi B jumped right in behind him. And when Cardi steps in, she means business. She called out Mob Ties on social media, making it clear she and her man weren't scared of any street empire pretending to run things. That's when people realized this wasn't just hip-hop politics, it was personal. Suddenly, J. Prince's whole image started crumbling. For years, he built this legacy of being the OG who kept peace in Houston, the man everyone respected. But now fans saw through the act. The same man claiming to keep order was at the center of chaos, and the people he was supposed to protect were dying under his watch. It got worse as big names started backing away. Drake, who literally came up under Prince's son, stopped posting anything connected to Mob Ties. No reposts, no shoutouts, no respect, just silence. And if you know Drake, silence speaks volumes. That was a major red flag, especially since Jazz Prince introduced him to Lil Wayne and Young Money, Family Ties. Even Jay-Z went quiet. Streets say he's been ignoring every peace call or message from the Princes since 2023. And you know Jay, he doesn't do online drama, he just cuts you off quietly. Billion-dollar empires don't get dragged into street politics or federal heat. The corporate world's watching everything go down, and they don't like what they see. They see the rumors, the missing footage, the witnesses gone quiet, and that shady dice game that never fully hit the light. No brand wants that kind of stain, especially with all the whispers around the Takeoff case. This is where the whole check-in culture started to collapse right in front of everyone. For years, J. Prince Jr. made it sound like checking in was about safety and respect. But what kind of protection is that when Duke the Jeweler and Takeoff both end up dead after doing exactly that? Fans started tweeting like crazy. This is why nobody checks in anymore. And it turned into a whole movement. People realized the check-in game wasn't about protection. It was about power. Even rappers from Cali started speaking up, saying checking in don't keep you safe. It just paints a target on your back. They exposed how this so-called respect system turned into a hustle for control. That old school code of honor turned into an ego trip. And when Mase called J. Prince a failed street boss trying to play mobster, the internet went wild. That line stuck hard. People stopped seeing J. Prince as a legend. They started seeing him as a man who lost control of his own empire. But then it got darker. What really happened to those witnesses that night at 810 Billiards and Bowling? Over 40 people were there when the shots rang out. You can hear them in the background of the videos online, but barely anyone came forward. Word on the street says they got threatened or paid off to stay quiet. Fans believe someone behind the scenes made sure DJ Pat took all the blame alone. Some even say parts of the security footage got wiped clean. And the craziest rumor, Takeoff wasn't even the target. Sources claim J. Prince Jr. was arguing with Quavo and Takeoff was just standing too close when it all went down. Now people are saying it could have been an accident or worse, a warning that went wrong. Either way, too many folks who were there went silent way too fast. No one's talking, no one's stepping up, and every time the story starts to fade, something new leaks that drags it back into the spotlight. Now here's where things get real serious. Mase and Cam might be sitting on something huge. that alleged phone call.
And I'm going to tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little like the way you talk it. I don't get what you mean. We're not your little
Word is that the call between Prince and Takeoff was recorded, maybe by accident, maybe on purpose. But if that audio is real, it could change everything. Sources close to their camp say Cam and Mase been holding it tight just in case Jay Prince tries to move slick. And if that recording drops and it proves Prince was threatening Takeoff or pushing him into something he didn't want, it's game over. His whole empire could crumble overnight. And this isn't just wild talk. Remember, Mase isn't some rookie. He walked away from Diddy, fought the industry, and came back swinging. He's one of the few who can't be bought or scared into silence. And that's what makes him dangerous for Jay Prince. The streets are saying Mase just exposed what people been suspecting for years. That mob ties ain't just a name. It's a real operation with deep roots beyond music. And once the feds catch wind of that, it's curtains. Federal agents don't care about rap politics. They care about patterns, money trails, and organized setups. The internet's buzzing like crazy, saying if the feds start digging into mob ties, they'll uncover way more than anyone expects, especially with DJ Pat's quick bail, missing footage, and witnesses that just vanished into thin air. Mase speaking out just put the spotlight squarely on Jay Prince's whole camp. And the wildest part, it all came from one phone call, one conversation that allegedly went down hours before Takeoff's death. And it flipped the image of one of hip-hop's most respected figures like a domino effect. Once one person speaks, everyone who was scared starts realizing maybe the power structure ain't what it used to be. Even fans who once treated Jay Prince like an untouchable OG are now asking questions that can't be ignored. By now, Jay Prince might look calm on the surface, but his public image is shattered. Cracks are showing everywhere. Family distancing themselves publicly, big names walking away, and the internet connecting the dots. The legend is starting to feel like a liability. This isn't just a story about Takeoff's tragic death anymore. It's about a power shift happening right in front of us. For years, Prince's name carried weight in every corner of the industry. Now it's being mentioned with suspicion, not respect. And Mase, the one man brave enough to speak, just might have lit the match that could burn the whole empire down. Amid all this chaos, everyone keeps coming back to Takeoff, the quiet genius of Migos, the one who never chased drama or fame, just stayed locked in with music, family, and peace. That's why this is so painful. Takeoff wasn't built for street mess. He was a real artist, respected and loved everywhere. To see him taken so suddenly at a dice game surrounded by people who claim to protect him breaks hearts across the culture. Fans feel his name is being dragged through conspiracies, while the people who should have had his back are busy protecting their brand instead of his memory. Jay Prince even posted a poetic line on Instagram after the shooting. Brief is the price of love. But words aren't enough. People want accountability. Those who were there that night are asking why the mob ties operation never stepped up to explain what really happened. Instead, all we got were cryptic statements, podcast rants, and PR spins, but never real answers. Now that Mase broke the silence, the whole situation is unraveling. Once the fear wall cracks, the truth always rises to the surface. For years, people saw Jay Prince as a godfather, a man who could make calls and fix anything, but the Takeoff case changed all that. Suddenly, the quiet part is out loud. Fans are realizing that so-called respect came more from fear than admiration. The image of the calm businessman is turning darker, a man obsessed with control, influence, and image. And when Offset and Cardi stood up and said, "We're not scared," everyone saw the spell breaking. And that's when things get dangerous. When powerful people lose control, they panic. You can see it in Jay Prince's interviews. Defensive, emotional, aware that eyes are watching closer than ever. Federal investigators have been sniffing around Houston since the Takeoff case opened. With Mase leaking info from that private call, it's only a matter of time before law enforcement digs deeper. And once the feds start connecting the dots between alleged threats, missing footage, and suspicious bail deals, everything Jay Prince built could collapse overnight. Even hip-hop insiders are whispering that mob ties might be under the microscope right now. Every time Jay Prince or one of his sons goes live, people record it, repost it, and break down every word like detectives. Every sentence could end up as evidence. The internet's the new courtroom, and the public's the jury. And when the streets start believing you're guilty, it's a wrap. Respect in hip-hop ain't just about money, it's about your name. And once that's gone, no lawyer in the world can bring it back. The part nobody's saying out loud, how many artists once tied to mob ties now want out? The same folks who used to post pictures with Jay Prince are deleting them. Labels won't mention his name, and even podcasts that used to hype him up are staying quiet. That silence hits louder than any diss track ever could. It's like the industry finally woke up and realized the mob ties power structure was never about unity. It was built on fear. And once people stop being scared, that power means nothing. But let's keep it real. This whole thing never should have gone this far. Takeoff deserved way better. The man was peaceful, humble, loyal, and just wanted to make music with his brothers. Every time fans see clips of him smiling, it hurts. They remember all the talent and the calm energy he brought. Gone too soon over something that never should have happened. The dice game, the argument, the confusion, it's a painful reminder that we keep losing real ones to senseless situations. What makes it worse is that the truth still isn't clear. Too many powerful names are dodging questions, while Mase stepped right into the fire to say what everyone else was too scared to. Love him or hate him, you gotta respect that. He said it out loud, that maybe the mob image Jay Prince been selling for years ain't what it looks like. Mase ripped through the silence and forced everyone to look at the receipts. The bail, the phone call, the missing footage, the witnesses who vanished, and the fear that's kept Houston quiet for too long. But now that fear's cracking, you can feel it in the air. People are finally ready to talk. This isn't just about one rapper versus another anymore. It's about power, control, and what happens when people who've been untouchable for decades start losing their grip. And the wildest part? It all started with one leaked phone call, one piece of truth that exposed an empire built on silence. Now every move Jay Prince makes is under the microscope. Every post gets screenshotted, every rumor gets believed a little faster, and every fan is waiting for that recording to drop. Because if that audio is real, it's not just a scandal, it's a legacy destroyer. Through all the chaos, fans keep saying one thing: justice for Takeoff. Not revenge, not gossip. Justice. People want closure. His family deserves answers, and the culture needs accountability. The fact that things are still foggy years later shows just how deep this really runs. But one thing's certain, the truth always comes out, no matter how long people try to bury it. At this point, Jay Prince can't PR his way out of this. He can't silence everybody forever. Too many eyes are watching, too many voices are speaking up, and too many people are demanding change. What Mase did wasn't just a diss, it was a warning shot. He proved the old rules don't work anymore. Even the biggest names can get called out when the truth's on the line. And now the whole world's watching to see what happens next. Because when power shifts in hip-hop, it never goes quietly. One leak can destroy an empire, and right now, Jay Prince's kingdom is shaking. The fear is fading, the silence is cracking, and the streets are speaking loud for Takeoff, louder than ever before. So if you've been following this story, stay locked in. This isn't over. Every day, the walls around mob ties are getting thinner. This is history happening in real time. Don't blink, because the next headline might be the one that changes everything. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.
Man, I like that beat at the end. I'm like, damn, that beat grooving. Anyway, man, I'm over here. Oh my gracious, I'm over here trying to figure some things out, man. Some real life stuff, man. This dude right here, man, I don't trust this dude, man. Talking about you gotta check in. Man, I ain't got to check nothing. I'm sorry, I ain't got to check in, man. I'm a free man, dog. Just like all the other men around here. You mean to tell me you gotta check in with somebody because they think they running the hood? Oh nah, man. I think now is he in jail? I don't know. I'm learning, y'all. I haven't kept up with the story and everything. So I'm just gonna get on up out of here and keep my mouth shut. Y'all check in, take it light, take it slow. You tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.